welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the wood shop. So we got all these panels right here, and what we gotta do is we gotta take our track saw, we gotta start cutting these things up so we can build this crazy angle drawer. So let's just get right into it. Alright, so we got all of our panels cut right here.
So the panels are all cut out, so what we're going to be doing now is actually going to the router table to put a dado inside so we can put the bottom panel in so we can assemble it and get it done.
Okay, so we got the cabinet all assembled right here, but not fully and not completely, because what we gotta do is we gotta take our pocket hole jig out. We gotta go ahead and put a bunch of pocket holes in this thing, screw it all together so that way we can get it gliding and sliding. So yeah, we're gonna do that right now. Okay guys, so we let this drawer sit here for a while with that glue, and it looks like it turned out pretty nice. So what we gotta do is we gotta take this tape off right here, and then we gotta start installing this hardware, man, right?
Hardware, man. I can't wait to get this thing gliding and sliding.
Okay guys, so we got this drawer, it's all installed right now, it's sliding pretty nice, gliding and sliding, looking amazing. I'm really happy with the way this one turned out here. We got our air compressor all set inside there. We're gonna actually be doing this whole thing where we're gonna put a switch in there and all kinds of fancy stuff. We're gonna be doing that later on. Right now we're gonna go ahead and get the plywood out. We're gonna start making this drawer right here, so we got another crazy angle to make, so let's just get right into it. Okay guys, so we got all the calculations here on the paper, so what are we ready to do now?
So what we're going to do is actually take all those measurements and actually put them on this plywood right here and cut them all out with the track saw and make this crazy angle drawer that I've never seen done before.
We went ahead, we did all those calculations. It was quite a lot of work, pretty insane, but I think it's actually gonna work out now, right?
Man, I hope so. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, as you guys see, I cut this panel out. All the angles came out perfect. So what I'm actually doing is actually testing, making sure the angle is perfect for the front and back panel. So I'm just tracing it out on this piece of plywood, and we're gonna go ahead and cut it.
Okay, so we got our drawer right here. It's all temporarily set up, looking pretty good right now. We still got to add that bottom panel inside there, but what's the next step going to be?
Next step is to actually put the dado stack inside of the table saw and put on a 45-degree angle to match this panel right here, so we can cut that dado perfect so that that bottom panel slides right in. And then what we're going to do is actually take all these rest of these panels, put that dado stack back up to a 90-degree angle, cut those dados perfect so that everything slides together. We can glue it and screw it and get it done.
Guys, we went ahead, we assembled the drawer right here, so it's looking pretty nice. We had to put that crazy dado in. It actually worked out pretty good. So now we're on to the next big crazy thing.
Next big crazy part of this build is actually putting the hardware on, because it's gonna be kind of confusing. This side's gonna be pretty easy because we can make up those blocks to set the hardware. But when it comes to this side, we gotta put the hardware on a slant, on an angle. And I don't think this hardware is really meant for this, but we're gonna do it anyways.
See what happens. It's also very, very heavy. So we also have to take that into consideration.
So we can't really use the tiny screws it comes with. So we're gonna use like 1-inch screws and see how it goes. I'm gonna have to put some double-sided tape on this hardware. I'm actually gonna take this and screw it inside of the cabinet and then put some tape on it and try to stick the cabinet to it to kind of line up them holes. But you know, we're gonna do what we gotta do and get it in there.
So we got the drawer right here. It is gliding and sliding really nice. And one thing that we did actually have to add was a little piece of walnut over here for this drawer slide specifically. And the reason why we wanted to do that was because we wanted to reinforce it with some 1-inch screws, because we don't know what kind of weight we're going to be putting inside this drawer, and we don't want it to, you know, crash down and
we don't
break.
want it to break, man.
That would be really bad. So the next thing that we're going to be working on is going ahead and doing some finishing touches. So we're going to be adding some veneer to the top of the drawer here, and then we're also going to be adding some veneer right here because we didn't do that when we should have. So we're just going to tie up a couple loose ends. And then the other thing is the drawer down below here is actually going to house our air compressor. So we're going to do this whole system where we got the hose that's up in the ceiling right now. We're going to wire it down into that cabinet, and it's going to hook into the air compressor. We also have a switch. It has a start-stop thing on it. It's going to be pretty cool. So we're going to hook all that stuff up. It'll make it pretty convenient as we do our other builds, just to be able to grab that air compressor system and, you know, hook it all up and just keep going. So we're gonna get into that right now. Alrighty guys, so we're setting up the compressor right now. So as you guys can see, if we open up this drawer right here, what we got going on is we drill the hole in the back there to feed all the wires and the hose through right there. And now we're gonna put this nice little switch in.
Start and stop.
It's gonna be sweet, man. So all we gotta do then is open up this drawer and we can turn on our compressor. So we're gonna mount that switch in there right now.
Man, we'll just get it mounted and get it starting and stopping.
the end of the video right now. Super happy with the way these things turned out. So let's open it up right here, show you guys right now. We got the air compressor all installed, all inside, all the hoses are hooked up and everything like that. We got a little switch right here, a little start stop, so it's gonna be really convenient as we're doing our other builds. So these are all good, they're all gliding and sliding. Really happy with the way these turned out. We also went ahead, we added this Paduk veneer onto here, so just everything is just really coming together with this build. You know, it's been insane, man.
Man, dude, it's crazy. We got that start and stop switch.
Start and stop switch is so nice. So what we're doing in the next build is we're going ahead and making the face panels for these things. We got some crazy design.
Man, we got some crazy designs.
It's gonna be
I think it's gonna work out
another
too.
challenge, guys. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for that video. Drop a like down on this one if you enjoyed it. But just like that, guys, we're gonna roll that outro.